It's really a great honor for me. In 2004, I started my practice, and in 2006, I'm practicing here in Rohini. और कई सालों के बाद अपने लोगों के सामने बोलना ये बड़ा मेरे लिए बड़ा कठिन सा लग रहा है, लेकिन आई ट्राई टू स्पीक. और मुझे नहीं पता था मेरी जल्दी मेरा नंबर तो जल्दी आ जाएगा. सो आई वॉज ट्राइंग टू मेंटली प्रिपेयर, बट एनी हाउ it is very difficult to speak or choose to speak about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on one particular field. I was reading Upendra Bakshi, Professor Upendra Bakshi. He was trying to define Ambedkar. He said in his book that there are 7 Ambedkar in one Ambedkar. But since last 7 years, I am trying to read Ambedkar very minutely, and I'm trying to find out, I may be right or wrong, but I found there are 14 Ambedkars in Ambedkar. वो क्या क्या हैं उसके बारे में बाद में कभी चर्चा करेंगे, बिकॉज हमारे दोनों डिस्ट्रिक्ट जजेस एडीजे सुनील चौधरी सर, वीरेंद्र सर, मनीष जैन साहब और मैम, बिकॉज वो अपना जुडिशियल टाइम काट करके यहाँ आए हैं, तो मुझे थोड़ा सा रखना पड़ेगा कि मुझे अपना टाइम जो है वो कम यहाँ पर लूँ. अभी इस प्रोग्राम में प्रियम्बल गिफ्ट किया गया. आई विल ट्राई टू डिफाइन, बिकॉज एवरीबडी नोज अबाउट अम्बेडकर. ऐसा कुछ मैं नया नहीं कहने जा रहा जो आपने कभी सुना नहीं होगा डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर के बारे में. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि इस दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा अगर किसी व्यक्ति को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है तो डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर हैं. And across the country and across the world, you will find out, you will experience that on 14th April, हर लेवल पे, हर स्तर पर, हर व्यक्ति कोशिश करता है कि वो अपने अपने स्तर पर डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर का बर्थ सेलिब्रेट करे. बट देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन इन माय माइंड कि डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर को आप उनकी वर्शिप करना चाहते हो, उनको रिस्पेक्ट देना चाहते हो. मुझे लगता है कि जिस फील्ड में है, बिकॉज वी आर पार्ट ऑफ जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम, वेयर वी हैव टू गिव रिस्पेक्ट टू अम्बेडकर, बिकॉज अम्बेडकर साहब ने एक जगह लिखा, क्योंकि उनकी लाइफ टाइम में ही लोगों ने उनका बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करना शुरू किया था. सो दे हैव क्रिटिसाइज्ड सर्टेन पीपल कि डोंट सेलिब्रेट माय बर्थडे, और खासकर मूर्ति लगा के तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं, क्योंकि जब आप मेरे फॉलोअर बन जाओगे और मुझे मेरी वर्शिप करोगे, वो वर्शिप करना इज अगेंस्ट द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ साइंटिफिक टेम्पर. एंड डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर वाज डीपली in favor of scientific temper. So I do believe that we should, being a citizen of this nation, not being because belong to particular caste, community, creed, etc., being a citizen of this nation, we have to give respect to Dr. Ambedkar. Only then you will understand Ambedkar. एक चश्मे से देखना उनका उनके चरित्र के साथ, उनके कैरेक्टर के साथ बेईमानी है. We want to understand Ambedkar. You see the role while he is drafted Constitution of India. He was chairman of the drafting committee. But in the Constitutional Assembly, on the last day when he gave the lecture, he said one thing, that everybody is trying to give me the benefit, और सभी मुझे कह रहे हैं कि मैंने बनाया है. But he said कि every member of the Constitutional Assembly has given their assent to pass this Constitution. And apart from it, Mr. B.N. Rao, who was the legal advisor of the Constitutional Assembly, he has given the equal weightage to it. But we have to understand, we the people, because it is very easy. मैंने देखा कई बार कि people criticize अम्बेडकर की कॉपी पेस्ट है. वो लोग भी कहते हैं कॉपी पेस्ट है जो अपनी पिटीशन ड्राफ्ट कराते हैं स्टेनो से, और इसको लेके कॉपी पेस्ट को लेके जस्टिस ढींगरा का बहुत जजमेंट है दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट का. वी कैन गो थ्रू बाय इट. इफ यू सी द यूनिवर्सल विजन of Dr. Ambedkar or globalized vision of Dr. Ambedkar, you have to read Article 14 and 21 of the Constitution, where he said This Article 14 is available for every person. It's not confined to only citizen world. All the fundamental rights provided in Part 3 of the Constitution is for the citizen of India. But specifically Article 14 and Article 21 is inside the word person. Doesn't matter which country you belong. If you are tried in this country, you have to get equal opportunity. I don't know how we understand Ambedkar. You have to see his vision. And there is एक जो पार्ट मैं बहुत कम सुनता हूं कि he was a lawyer also. He practiced for 20 years and there are 32 cases जो पब्लिश हैं, जो आपको सोशल मीडिया पे मिल जाएंगे. You have to see how he became a lawyer. Because being a lawyer, it's my duty. Whatever good in him, I have to inherit. In which circumstances he has done his law, we have to see. In 1916, he took admission in University of London. In 1917, जब फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार हुआ और बड़ौदा के महाराजा ने उनकी जो स्कॉलरशिप थी वो रोक दी, जब वो वापस आ रहे थे इंडिया तो उनके पास इतने पैसे नहीं थे कि वो फर्स्ट क्लास में जो शिप में बैठ कर वापस आ सकें. तो उनकी जो किताबें थी वो एक दूसरे शिप में थी और वो जो खुद थे वो दूसरे शिप में थे. उनका जो किताबें थी जो दूसरे शिप में थी वो जर्मनी के किसी अटैक में वो शिप जो है वो ख़त्म हो गया, इसलिए उनकी किताबें वापस इंडिया तक नहीं पहुंच सकी. लेकिन वो किस तरीके से इंडिया वापस आए, उनको डायरेक्ट इंडिया का शिप नहीं मिला था. He went to Sri Lanka, from Sri Lanka to Tamil Nadu to Bombay. And how he started his practice. Then, because उनका लॉ पूरा नहीं हुआ था, he took his help from his friends. Apart from taking help from his friend, उन्होंने पढ़ाया, एक यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ाया, उन्होंने अकाउंटेंसी का काम किया, उन्होंने ट्यूशन पढ़ाया और फाइनली वो वापस उन्होंने पैसे जोड़े और वापस इंग्लैंड गए और उन्होंने अपनी पूरा लॉ पूरा किया. सो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो हमारे संज्ञान में नहीं हैं और मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि आई एम एनी अथॉरिटी, बिकॉज नो बडी कॉम्पिटेंट इन द वर्ल्ड, वी लर्न डेली फ्रॉम ईच अदर. एंड वी नो, एज आई टोल्ड अर्लियर, कि जो मुझे जो दिखता है कि बाबा साहब के अंदर 14 डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर थे. हम अक्सर ये बात करते हैं कि ही वॉज द फर्स्ट लॉ मिनिस्टर ऑफ दिस नेशन. इट इज करेक्ट, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम इट he was a member of Legislative Assembly, he was a member of Legislative Council, and he was Minister of Labor pre-independence. कि जब हम बात करते हैं संविधान की, बहुत लोगों ने क्रिटिसाइज किया. देयर इज वन renowned jurist, सर आइवर जैनिंग. सर आइवर जैनिंग ने 1951 में मद्रास के एक यूनिवर्सिटी में एक लेक्चर देते हुए कहा, दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज बेसिकली ए डॉक्यूमेंट बिलोंग्स टू लॉयर्स. आई विल टेल यू, देर आर more than 300 members in the Constituent Assembly, and out of 384 members, there are 250 lawyers who are there. There are 250 lawyers in the Constituent Assembly who participated in the discussion on the Constitution. And Ivor Zenning said in his meeting that this Constitution won't work. And after some time, this Ivor Zenning was appointed as a chairman of drafting committee of Sri Lanka. He has drafted the Constitution of Sri Lanka, जो सिर्फ 15 साल तक चला. Now we have the constitutional history of 75 years, still our constitution is working. Because the constitution of this nation is a living document. And this living document is interpreted by the apex court of this nation time to time, be it Article 14, be it Article 21. There was one interview took place in 1956 before his death. Mr. Dr. Mulk Raj Anand took his evidence, his interview, he asked certain question to Dr. Ambedkar. He asked, आप कुछ ऐसी चीजें बताइए जो आप चाहते थे जो इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में हो, क्या आप इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से खुश हैं? तो डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर replied, and this interview is available in the Archive of Times of India in 1956. Because whatever I am saying with a quotation. He said, I am not too much happy with the constitution because which I wanted to have in this constitution, it is not there. Now, what were the issues? He said, I wanted right to education is a fundamental right in the constitution, but it was not accepted by the members. I wanted right to employment as a fundamental right, but it was not there, it was not accepted. I wanted right of property of women in the constitution, but it was not there. And that was the vision of Dr. Ambedkar in 1950s. That he has given thought that the fundamental right to be right to education be a fundamental right. But it was realized after 60 years of independence by the parliament, who has enacted Article 21A in the constitution after Mohini Jain case by the Supreme Court of India. In Mohini Jain case, Supreme Court said, this right to education is a fundamental right and is related to Article 21 of the Constitution. Therefore, the legislature has to think that you have to give this right to education as a fundamental right. So finally, this vision of Dr. Ambedkar was enshrined in the Constitution of India as a Article 21 in the Constitution. And the same things happened with the right of property of women. There is a Hindu Succession Act. In 2004, it was amended as far as Section 6 of HSA is concerned. Dr. Ambedkar was a champion of women's rights as well. You cannot confine Dr. Ambedkar in one particular chashma. And it is a dishonesty with Dr. Ambedkar's character if you see him in one particular chashma. You have to understand, you have to see what kind of character he was having. He said you have to give equal right to women in the property, but it was discarded, it was not accepted by the members of the Constituent Assembly. But finally it was realized in 2004, where the right of equality is given to a woman in 2006, 2004 and 2005. But right to employment is still, it's not a fundamental right, but it is a part of Part 4 of the Constitution. And recently, Dr. Ambedkar said, जरूरी नहीं है कि किसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बहुत बेहतरीन शब्दों में आपने कोई संविधान लिख दिया तो चलेगा. It depends on the will of the people of this nation, those are running the government. And I have given the example of Sri Lanka, of Ivor Zaini. उन्हें बहुत खूबसूरत शब्दों के साथ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को लिखा श्रीलंका के, लेकिन वो 15 साल तक ही चला. It depends upon the organ of the state who runs the government, who runs the state, be it a legislative, be it a executive, be it a judiciary. Because all this democratic institution has a duty to implement Part 4 of the Constitution to make a better citizen of this nation. Because before independence, we were slave under the British regime. But after the enactment of the Constitution of India, we become citizens of this nation. How will we become a good citizen? So, to become a good citizen, there is a Part 3. Part 3 is a fundamental right. If you don't have fundamental rights, then you can't become a citizen, good citizen of the nation. So, recently, Justice B.R. Gavai, 2 days ago, in one meeting in Supreme Court, he said one thing. This constitution to be used as a weapon to end the inequalities. Because on the last day in the Constitutional Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar said, we are going into the phase of contradictions. I welcome Mr. Shivaji Anand, Presiding Officer MACT, Ms. Sushil Baladagar, ASJ. Where are you? So, Dr. Ambedkar said, in his last speech in the Constituent Assembly, that we are going into the era of contradictions. What were the contradictions? Being a citizen of this nation, being a lawyer, we have to think whether this contradiction has been ended or not. What I feel, what I experience, that Article 15 subclause 1 talks about the contradictions. The state shall not discriminate its citizen on the basis of caste, religion, race, creed, etc., etc. But it is there. After 75 years of constitutional history, these contradictions are still exist. And being a stakeholder in the justice system, it is our duty to do something for it. Being a judicial officer, being a lawyer, because we both are counterpart of this system. And in the preamble, I would like to conclude here with my last note. In the preamble, the word justice is mentioned. The word justice, what kind of justice you want? The justice, it may be economic, social and political. ये अपने आप में बहुत बड़े विषय हैं. और सोशल जस्टिस की जब हम बात करते हैं तो अपने आप में ये भी बहुत बड़ा विषय है. But I would like to conclude, I would like to come on the conclusion of the woman justice, woman right justice. You have to see Dr. Ambedkar, what I feel, every woman of this nation, every woman of this nation should be Ambedkar right. Why I am saying so? Because Dr. Ambedkar fought for women's right since beginning, since inception of his political arena. What he said, कि अगर आपको किसी समाज की प्रोग्रेस देखनी है तो आप उस समाज की महिलाओं की स्थिति को देख लीजिए. मैं नहीं कहता आपको बहुत बड़ा वो देखना है, आप अपने घर में देख लीजिए, आप जहाँ पे काम करते हैं वहाँ पे देख लीजिए किस प्रकार की परिस्थिति से महिलाएं गुजर रही हैं. डॉक्टर अंबेडकर said about the women rights. In 1944, under the leadership of Mr. B.N. Rao, the committee was constituted called Hindu Law Committee to discuss, to find out the problem faced by the women in this nation. What kind of discrimination was going on, it was assessed by the committee. But thereafter, the process of Constitutional Assembly has been started. And it was not concluded. But the committee has given the report to the Constitutional Assembly. आप ये सुनते हैं कि कई बार अभी हमारे यहाँ पार्लियामेंट में एक सेलेक्ट कमेटी होती है. I'll tell you, I'll share one thing more. कि Dr. Ambedkar was the first person, he was the first chairman of the select committee of this nation in the parliamentary history. And select committee, the matter was referred, and Dr. Ambedkar was the chairman. And the name of that law committee was named as a Hindu Code Bill. There was a discrimination, I don't want to talk about that. But when he was there, he talked about we have to give equal right to women, be it in the profession, be it in the house, be in the property, be in the economic things, etc. But it was discarded. There was only one minister in the entire political history of this nation in the last 75 years who has resigned because the Hindu Code Bill was not accepted and passed by the then government. Nobody is doing right now. But Dr. Ambedkar resigned on the question of women. Whatever the law has been enacted before independence and after the independence, you will find out there are roots of Dr. Ambedkar's vision in respect of women rights. Whatever, you have the PNDT, you have DV Act, you have lots of laws are there. You have to find out the vision. That was the vision of Dr. Ambedkar. You cannot kill him. You can demolish his statue, but you cannot kill his thought. This is still relevant, and it will relevant till my last breath. So, the preamble which is mentioned in this gift given by this committee is the idea of India. And being a citizen of this nation, apart from our caste, region, religion, etc., we have to adopt Ambedkar as a citizen of this nation. Only then we can progress. We cannot say, and I request the organizers, when the Ambedkar has such a vision in respect of women, you don't have a speaker of women. Women speaker is there. You should invite a woman speaker on the dais, so she can speak about the women right. So it's my proposal, it's my suggestion only. So with this note, okay, and with the last note, I'll tell you one thing. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has appeared only once in the Honorable Supreme Court of India. There is one matter related to Article 31A of the Constitution, which was talking about the right of property, because जो भी पब्लिक के कायम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए स्टेट को लैंड लेना है. तो देयर वाज अ मैटर इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ जमींदारी एबोल्यूशन एक्ट, इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ अभी जो जुडिशरी के एग्जाम दे रहे होंगे उन्होंने देखा कि यूपी जमींदारी एबोल्यूशन एक्ट है, बिहार, पंजाब एंड मध्य प्रदेश, इन 4 स्टेट को लेकर के एक मैटर सुप्रीम कोर्ट पहुंचा. उसमें डॉक्टर बी आर अम्बेडकर हैड रिप्रेजेंटेड महाराजा ऑफ कपूरथला. 2 वर्ड इसमें जो मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर, बिकॉज जरूरी नहीं जो मैं आज बात कह रहा हूँ वो सही लगे आपको, बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ इन द वर्ल्ड. जो आज सच हो सकता है कि आने वाले टाइम में सच ना लगे आपको. So Dr. Ambedkar has argued the matter before the Supreme Court. He put the difference between the 2 words, due process of law as well as procedure established by law. If this, the argument was not accepted by the Supreme Court, but later on, while the Supreme Court defined Article 21 in the case of Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, it thoroughly discussed these 2 words. So this vision was given by Dr. Ambedkar in this particular case, but it was explained, it was interpreted by the Supreme Court in Maneka Gandhi case. So whatever you want to think, you can think, you are free. And what I feel is that Dr. Ambedkar belongs to everyone. Everyone means everyone, not belong to one particular caste, creed, region, religion, etc. With this note, thank you so much. You have given the opportunity here to speak before all of you. Thank you so much.